What started early this week as a few dark clouds is now fast developing into a full-scale political storm front for the Prime Minister. We're talking about climate change, with some of the states now threatening to gang up and force the issue of carbon pricing. Leah Craven joins us now from Canberra. Leah, with the economy now in trouble, this is a distraction Mr Turnbull can surely do without.
Well, while the Prime Minister and Treasurer are in damage control over yesterday's shocking economic result, the stage is also being set for another showdown. State and territory leaders are making their way to Canberra tonight, and the South Australian Premier in particular is trying to gain some political capital over the Turnbull government's backflip on carbon pricing. The Australian economy has ground to a halt, but the Treasurer is refusing to talk about recession.
That's not the sort of alarmist sort of things that people should be leaping to.
To get the economy back on track, Scott Morrison's demanding support for his company tax cuts, which the opposition has vowed to block.
Mr Morrison's all at sea. He needs to junk his unfunded tax cuts for multimillionaires.
The Prime Minister's preparing to host state and territory leaders in Canberra tomorrow. It's expected the Chief Scientist, Alan Finkel, will present a report to the leaders recommending an emissions intensity scheme for the electricity sector. But Malcolm Turnbull has already ruled it out, under pressure from his party's right wing.
I mean, isn't it funny? The Liberal Party call themselves the party of the market, yet they run a million miles from having a market in terms of emissions trading.
So, South Australian Premier Jay Weatherill is urging the states to team up and implement their own emissions trading scheme.
When you have a federal Liberal government that's abdicating responsibility for putting in place a national energy policy, states are forced to step up and actually take control of the agenda.
He cannot even keep the lights on in his own state, and when they are on, the customers are paying the highest prices in Australia.
It will take some work to get all the premiers on board.
Look, I've got a lot of time and respect for Jay Weatherill, but look, I think that sort of approach, if we are going to have a national approach, well, you do need the national government.
It's unlikely that Jay Weatherill's proposal will ever see the light of day. As we just heard, New South Wales is unconvinced and Victoria's Premier is in lockstep, saying he'd prefer an emissions trading scheme at a national level.
OK, Leah Craven reporting from Canberra. Thank you.